All right, we're going to talk about the multiples of 54. This is our division problem. 6,687 divided by 54. I'm going to call on people to tell me what the multiples of 54 are. So let's start with that read. What is 54 times 1?
54.
54, good. Read 54 times 2.
108.
Savannah, 54 times 3.
162.
Now please be watching as we go through this, because I'm just taking their word, and you know you can't trust everybody. Christopher, 54 times 4.
216.
Anton, 54 times 5.
270.
Oh, let's see. Lizzie, 54 times 6. 274? Well, 54 times 5 is 270, according to my close friends here. Rocky? 324? 54 times 7. Delaney?
378.
54 times 8. Scarlett?
432.
And 54 times 9. Preston? You didn't get there yet. Oh, Preston. What are we going to do with you? Jesse?
486.
486. Now, hopefully these are right. I'm trusting those that I asked. Now, when doing a division problem with a two-digit divisor, your life is much better if you start by listing the multiples. And we're going to go through this slowly, step by step, where I have someone of my choosing help me through it. That someone is going to be Andrew. Andrew. All right. You with me, Andrew? Andrew, does 54 go into 6?
No.
No. Andrew, does 54 go into 66?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to have a 3-digit number. So now, Andrew, I'm taking 54 into 66. I want to look at my multiples here, all my pink numbers. I want to find the pink number that is closest to 66 without going over. So which one of these pink numbers here is closest to 66? Andrew's helping me with this problem. Is closest to 66 without going over.
1.
Okay, 54 times 1, because that equals 54. So we have a 1 here, we have a 54, we subtract, and we get 12 according to my quick calculation in math. All right, does this work? Is this having a 12 here after I subtract, is that okay? Yes, it is. Why is it okay?
Because you have to bring down another number.
Okay. As long as after I subtract, my difference isn't greater than my divisor, then we're good. Okay, as long as my difference isn't greater than our divisor. So I'm good here. I bring down an 8. So now I'm taking 54 into 128. 54 into 128. Now I'm looking over here at my multiples, my pink numbers, right here. And I'm asking Andrew, which one of those pink numbers is as close to 128 as you can get without going over?
108.
108. That makes 2 as my 10 digits in my quotient. we say this is 108. We subtract, and we get 20. Now, is that difference of 20 okay? Yes. Because as long as when I subtract, my difference is less than my divisor, then I'm golden. Then I'm golden. Next, I bring down my 7. Now I'm taking 54 into 207. Andrew, looking at my pink numbers, what is as close to 207 as I can get without going over?
54 times 3, which is 162.
54 times 3, which is 162. I subtract and I get 45. Andrew, I don't have anything else to bring down. So that is my remainder. A remainder of 45. Now, Anna texted me at 2 in the morning and she said, I want to know how to check a division problem with the inverse operation. So class, what is the inverse operation of division? Multiplication. So we're going to multiply our quotient, which is 123, times our divisor, which is 54. So on your paper right now, you're doing that. So then if I were to call on Lizzie or Anna or Oscar or David or Christopher or Benjamin or Nathaniel or... No, I wouldn't call an Anton. That's just crazy. Why would I call an Anton?
I don't know.
Are you multiplying this, Anna, on your paper?
Oh my God, you did. Anna. We already did. I already done.
All right, so Anna, what is 4 times 3? 12. I put a 2 here, carry 1. Anna, what is 4 times 2? 8. I put an 8 here.
Wait, what about the 1?
Oh, plus 1?
9.
9, thank you. Thank you. And what is 4 times 1?
4.
4. Okay, so now I'm getting into the tens place. So basically this is saying 123 times 50. Anytime I multiply by a multiple of 10, I start with a 0 in my ones place. Boom shakalaka, done with those. Now I multiply 5 times 3 and I get 15. Put my 5, carry my 1. That means I have 15 tens, or 5 tens and 1 100. All right. So 5 times 2 is, plus 1 is 11. Carry the 1. 5 times 1 is
5.
plus 1 is 6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
We add 14, 6. But oh no! When I'm done, my product is supposed to equal my dividend.
You have to add the remainder.
Oh, I have to add the remainder. All right, we're too noisy. And now it matches. Now, in a little bit, you're going to be given this little half sheet of paper. The instructions you're going to be given on that little half sheet of paper is you're going to have to do all 3 of these steps when you're solving a problem. Which means you're going to have to list the multiples, you're going to have to do the division, and you're going to have to do the inverse operation of multiplication to check it. But before we get there, we're going to do one more.
It's always got to be one. We're going to do long division. One more. We are doing long.
Hey, let's stop. Let's stop. We're drumming and I won't stop. We're going to do our multiples of 97, so start with that.
It's so cool. How does he do it?
If you're talking, I'm going to assume you're done with your multiples of 97. I'm going to say, hey, what is the multiple? What is 97 times 6? Then you can't tell me, and I take away your recess for the rest of the year.
Dang. That's nice. That is weird.
So we're finding all our multiples of 97, written just like I have here. Yes? Are you doing that, Oscar? Sorry for waking you. In a moment, I'll start calling on people to tell me what the multiples are, because that's the way I roll.
Well, roll a dice.
And I roll. I'm assuming everybody has 97 times 1.
I don't know.
That one was too hard for you?
Yeah. No, I can't figure it out. So I figure out every single one except that.
Good, then what's 97 times 9?
Which one? 97 times 9.
You said you figured out the rest of them.
I'm at 7.
Oh, you're at 7? What's 97 times 7?
679.
679.
Thank you.
You're assuming she's right. So Jesse, what are you doing?
42.
Tucker, what is 97 times 2?
Oh my god.
How are you not there?
It's the second one.
Because you're not doing anything. You're not there because you're not doing it.
Now I'm done.
Renaya, what is 97 times 2? Say again. 194. Casey, what is 97 times 3? Oscar, what is 97 times 4?
392.
392? I don't think that's right.
Yeah. 392.
Yeah, I don't think that's right though. Check it again. Multiply 97 times 4.
This?
Yes.
Yes.
Shh. 97 times 4.
388.
388. Mr. Fly, 97 times 5.
185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185. 185.
Mr. Palmer, 97 times 6. Oh, wait. Because that's what I do. Shh. He's telling me 97 times 6. They have Yoda on them. Mr. Palmer, 97 times 6. 582. Lizzie, 97 times 8.
680.
No, that can't be right. Because 97 times 7 is 679. So it's not just one more than that. It's not just... Savannah,
What?
97 times 8.
I'm working on that right
All right, I'll wait. I'll wait till the sun comes down.
Oh my gosh, no.
Nathaniel, 97 times 9.
873.
873. Okay, we're quietly waiting. Savannah can't get her work done if it's so noisy in here. Yeah. Yeah. Let her get it. Put your hands down. Savannah's got it. Put your hands down. Savannah's got it.
I got what? The answer. Oh my god.
The answer for this. 97 times 8.
Oh. 776.
776. Okay. If you will do this for every time you're doing division, you're going to get them correct. I promise you. Take your time and do this part. Because when I give you an assignment in a little bit, I'm going to require you to do this part in order for you to get a decent grade. I'm just saying. Now, Oscar texted me this morning at 7:30 and asked, "Hey, can I help you with one of these division problems today?" So I texted him back and I said, "Who is this?" And then he texted me back and said, "It's Oscar." And I said, "Oscar who?" And then he texted me back and said, "Oscar that you teach this year?" I said, "Oh, that Oscar." So now that I know it was that Oscar,
Why did I text?
Oscar, just listen to the questions I'm asking, and you're going to answer the questions I'm asking. We're not going to answer questions that Mr. McMurdo doesn't ask. So you have to answer what I say, not what you think I'm going to say. So Oscar, what I'm saying is, does 97 go into 9? No, it doesn't. Oscar, does 97 go into 96?
Yes.
No, because 96 is smaller than 97, so it won't go in there. Now, Oscar, is 960 equal then or greater to 97? 960 is greater than 97, correct? That means 97 can go into 960. That means I'm going to have a 2-digit answer. I need to have a number in the tens place, and I need to have a number in the ones place. A number in the tens place, and a number in the ones place. All right, so now Oscar. I'm looking over here at my multiples. We're going to look at the pink numbers. Oscar, I want a pink number over here that is as close to 960 as I can get without going over 960. So do you see any here that I can use that are as close to 960 as I can get without being over 960?
79 times.
97
97, sorry. 9.
times 9. Good. So this is going to have a 9 at the top. And so 97 times 9 equals 873. Now I need to find the difference. Please listen as I'm using all these big boy vocabulary terms, so that when you go home and you explain to your mom or dad or Aunt Martha how to do this, that you're not saying, and then we do the little number and we bring the big number and we do the teeny one and we do the minuses, and we're using big boy language. We say difference. We don't say minus. We might say subtract, but we don't say minus. You're no longer in second grade. So now we do our subtraction here. I can't do that. So that's a 5, that's a 10, that's a 7, that's an 8, that's a 1. So that's an 8. And so 800 or 87. When I subtract, I get 87. Now Oscar tells me I have to bring down the next number. So now, Oscar, we're going back over to our multiples. Our little pink numbers here. Now look up here, Oscar. I want you to find me the multiple as close to 873 as you can find without...
97 times 8.
97 times 9. Good. 873 is 97 times 9. Okay, so 9, that's 873. Subtract, I get a 0, so I have no remainder. Now Casey texted me tonight at 9:30 and wanted me to always use the inverse operation to check my division. So, Casey, we're going to do that. We're going to take our quotient. We're going to multiply it by our divisor. And when we're done, our product should be 9,603. As long as, yes?
This one is just minus 1 out of 100.
Mm-hmm.
Times 97.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at this. All right, Casey. 7 times 9. 63. So I have a 3 in the ones place, a 6 in the tens place, because I have 63 ones. So you know those problems that you see on Think Through Math, where they say, hey, make $63 using as few bills as you can. And then you drag over the 3 20s and the 3 1s. You've seen those problems?
Yeah.
Those of you that are actually taking the time to do Think Through Math and not having a 0 in the grade book right now because you don't have 3 Think Through Math lessons done. Those people, well, 4 by Monday. But your grade that's up there that you'll have a chance to look at later says that you have to have 3 done by yesterday in order to get 100 in the grade book. I'm just saying. All right, so before I got distracted by Delaney, Casey, 7 times 9 is, plus 6 is 69. So basically, 99 times 7 is 693. That's just what I did. I multiplied 99 times 7. Now, I'm going to the tens place. Or, we can think about it, I'm multiplying 99 times 90. And any time I multiply that by a multiple of 10, 90 is a multiple of 10. It's always going to end up with a 0 in the ones place.
Oh, that's weird.
Always going to end up with a 0 in the ones place. So let's jump over. Casey, 9 times 9 is 81. Carry my 8. Casey, 9 times 9 is plus 8. Shh. 81 plus 8. 89. We find our final product. It's a 3, that's a 0. Carry that, that's 16. Carry that, that's 9. 9,603. Stop the tapping. That product is equal to this divisor. So that means we did our math right. Now, in a moment, you are going to get some problems. The problems look like this. Right here. The problems look like this. You're going to get a clean sheet of paper also when you're given these problems. You're going to do all your work on a clean sheet of paper, and your clean sheet of paper for every problem should have all 3 of these things on it. All 3 of these things on it. All 3 of these things on it. And this small sheet of paper is going to have just the answer on it. Now you're done. When you're done with the problems I give you, you're going to take your little small sheet of paper that has your name on it, and it also has the answers, and you're going to staple that to the paper that you do all your work on. Or papers. Paper or papers. And I'm going to write up here what you're required. But these 3 things are required. So, on every problem you do, you're going to list the, what are these called? Multiples of your divisor. On every problem you do, you're going to solve using the division. And on every problem you do, you're going to check your work by using the inverse operation. So the one problem you do, the first problem, is going to have all 3 of these things on it. So every problem you do, it's going to look like this. Are you with me, Tucker? So Tucker, you understand all 3 of these things have to be done for every single problem. You're going to do them on a separate sheet of paper, Tucker. Then you're going to put your answer on this sheet of paper right here, Tucker. Right here. So that when I grade it, I can find your answer here. I can flip to your paper that you have stapled to it. And I can check that you've done all 3 of these things. Now, Tucker, let me tell you this. If you write your answer here, but you only did 2 of these 3 things, that problem is wrong. I don't care if you have the answer right. You didn't do the assignment. Tucker, if you write your answer here, but you've only done 1 of these 3 things, and your answer is correct, I'm going to mark it wrong, because you didn't do all 3 steps that were required by your teacher. You with me, Tucker?
Yes.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Now, I'll tell you what you have to do with this later on. But for now, boom shakalaka. Peace out. God bless you.